The Tower of Babel and the New World Order. What I'm about to share is to encourage you out there and to strengthen you in whatever you're experiencing in regards to the shift that's coming upon the earth. Now, I want to talk about the New World Order that is in transit. It is not here yet, but it's in transit. And there's some things that are preventing it. I recently watched a video of the World Government Summit of 2012. It happened in Dubai. And in this, figures of influence, mainly the panel talked about, someone shared about the things that are holding back the settlement of the New World Order. And he said that in this context, he said that there are so many groups or cultures that are not embracing this new world and beliefs. Something to that regard, different religions, different cultures, different economies, that it cannot be a one thing, but it can be bundles, different, clusters that make one bunch. So that is one of the main reasons why this is not happening. And when he made this statement, my spirit immediately shot to the Tower of Babel. Now, in the Tower of Babel, it is in Genesis, the book of Genesis, chapter 11, from verse 1 to 9. I'm going to read there. One language in the world, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. The confusion of languages. Verse 5. The Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men built. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel or Babel. because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. Now the Lord saw that human beings got together and they were united in one accord and they were speaking one language. That would be so dangerous. They would unite and achieve anything that they wanted. And I believe that the Lord saw the future and he was sorely grieved, so he had to intervene and struck them with different tongues. And they abandoned the project, and then they all went. They didn't understand each other. Imagine someone tells you, send me a brick, and he's speaking English, and you sending the brick, you're speaking Hebrew, and the person who's supposed to send you the brick from down is speaking Japanese. They get frustrated, and so they left. They all separated, they went different ways. Now, because of this unity, the tower was destroyed. The tower did not proceed. The New World Order, it's a one world governance, and it has the same agenda. In the old, the Lord used to stand on the mountain and speak to the human race. A mountain now, usually a mountain is a triangle, and the Lord could stand up there and all these thunderings like, and he would speak. Imagine when he came and spoke, my people, you would hear thunderings like, it was so scary. Now the whole pyramid and the whole all-seeing eye that you see with the enemy, that is his same achievement, the Tower of Babel. He wants to rebuild the world like that, with one language, one common understanding. He wants it to be one accord, and he wants to rule the world physically, like the Lord used to. He wants to come and sit on top of that mountain or pyramid and rule the world just like the Lord did. He's a copycat. But here, what stood out mostly with this agenda, this New World Order. Now the New World Order is not yet here, it's in transit. But they want to bring a different currency, a different world, a world that is safe, a world that no one is cheated, that everyone is fairly treated. And I want to tell you something. These people are trying to do that. They're effortlessly working hard to bring this world. Because you see, so many people go to Satan, for different reasons. Someone might go to Satan and like, I want to be the richest, the wealthiest man on the planet. And Satan will give them the wealth. You give him his conditions. And that man will do anything to achieve his dreams. One man might come out and it's like, I want to rule the world, I want to be the strongest president, the strongest something. And he goes, and Satan gives him all that power. Now, all these cults, there's so many cults. These cults involve so many individuals, and individuals with personal agendas. That is why it is still not working out for them. They are divided. If you read in the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 25. Well, prior to this, let me read from 22. Jesus is accused of working with Beelzebub. Then was brought unto him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb. And he healed him, insomuch that the blind and the dumb both spoke and saw. And all the people were amazed and said, "Is not this the son of David?" But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, "This fellow does not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of the devils." And Jesus knew their thoughts, and said unto them, "Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?" So, this is the same thing happening. We see these people conspiring against each other, they kill each other, and then they're in the same cults, they're worshiping the same devil. They're killing each other. This is because they all have different, even under worshiping the enemy, they all have different beliefs and intentions and objectives. They are divided against themselves. Now, this is why this New World Order is not coming in place. And that's why they fight so much for unity. And that's why the enemy uses force and violence to impose his agenda on the human race. That's why you'll find dictators that stay in power for long, because they want to achieve the enemy's, their selfish intentions and the enemy's goals. So you find republics that are organized to favor the enemy's plans, whereby presidents don't stay for long. It's kind of organized. Everyone serves their time and they go. They never come back. It's organized that one so that everyone has a piece of the cake. But the thing is, one man could rule for a long time and things are okay. But again, there's an epidemic of dictatorship. I'm not a politician, but my little common knowledge explains what I need to know. So, this was so outstanding that God did a work in the Tower of Babel so many years ago, many years ago. And this work has still destroyed the works of the enemy. I mean, over years and years and years, the enemy is still striving for that. You can imagine. Doesn't that show how great and mighty the God we serve is, the Creator is? Like, one small thing he did has destroyed the enemy. So the enemy is trying to go back to the same thing, trying to find the same common language. That's why you see colonization. That's why you see certain languages have been pushed upon the earth. That's why you see we all understand each other now with certain common languages. These are the languages that the enemy is choosing. Whichever language will dominate, that is the language he will go with. These translations today, online translations, these translation devices that you speak in your language and someone else understands you. It has been brought to that. They're finding all these kinds of means and making money out of them. So, but the thing is, the kingdom of Satan is divided. But even amidst, and he knows that we will never unite. We will never unite. So how this new world order is going to be brought about, we do not know. You can't bank on that. They're going to push a certain language. They can they'll invent a way, or they'll bring some kind of event that will have to push all people together. And that event can happen anytime. Like, someone might look at this and they're like, oh, that's not going to happen now. That's going to happen like in 200 years, 500 years. Let me shock you. It might happen next year. It might happen next year. You never know. Because you see, the only way we can know that it's so close is the signs that the Lord left. And the Antichrist just wants to come in and just rule the world physically. He wants to be here. The devil wants to be here physically. The Bible says that the angel opened the abyss, and the sky was filled with smoke. Satan is going to come and live and rule this world himself. And that is what he wants. That is what that pyramid stands for. He's going to go and sit on the top and mimic what God used to do with the human race, with the Israelites, when he spoke to them upon the mountain. That's the same thing he wants to mimic. Now, the whole thing of chips and everything, I don't know what the intention of that is, but I believe now if you have a chip, you can understand anyone who speaks to you. Like it will be that advanced. If someone spoke to you in Japanese, you will understand them. You speak back to them in your language, and it will be translated back in an audio, and you understand yourselves. It will seem like it's you conversing at a conscious level, or it will be something different. It will be something different where the world is heading. I mean, we'll be amazed by all this technology, but the intentions of this technology, it's groundbreaking, but the intentions of the enemy with this technology, that's the wicked thing about him. So I just wanted to encourage you and show you that, hey, God is powerful. I mean, he made a move. I don't know if it's millions or thousands or hundreds of years ago, but he has, I think it's thousands of years ago. But see how far that one move he made. He's so far ahead of the enemy. The intention of this message is to encourage you, to show you how smart, how amazing the God we serve is. You know, somewhere in the Psalms, I think it's in the Psalms or the Proverbs. I think it's in the Psalms. It says that the foolishness of God is the beginning of human wisdom. I mean, like at the feet of God, that is where our wisdom is. I mean, you can't even reach his. You know, what God would deem foolish is what the human race considers wisdom, you know. So be encouraged and do not be scared. Do not be scared of all these things that we see coming and we hear are coming. Do not fear. Do not fear to lose your house. Do not fear to lose your kids. Do not fear to lose anything. Do not fear to die. But be encouraged that the God you serve, he's going to be with you all through this. He will speak if you speak to him. He will protect you if you ask him. God bless you.